Welcome back to AP Workshops. I've got 10 minutes, I've got 10-15 minutes. I can afford to go for a little ride. I haven't ridden my bike since I've done some upgrades and bits and pieces and stuff like that, so I'm going to take you along for the ride. So welcome back. I'm just going to nip out for a little ride. Basically, and have a little bit of a... I've got a setup to do, because basically it feels to me like the levers are set up wrong. Now, a clutch lever, I've put some Pazzo levers on I've put some Pazzo levers on the bike, and basically means on the standard levers on these, they're non-adjustable. Now all of a sudden I've got adjustable span, and basically it's wrong. So let me just adjust that up. Oh, that's too far. That's better. Nice. So basically, adjustable levers. I'm a big fan of the Pazzo thing, basically, and the reason I'm a big fan of the Pazzo thing is because they kind of fit. They fit nicely. They feel like the front. I know it sounds really weird, but the front profile of the lever blade makes a difference. ASV levers are quite sharp. The Pazzos aren't quite as sharp. Brembos are very round. It makes a difference when you grip on it. Sound like I said, just sort of when you're tootling around, it does make a difference, because it can hurt your fingers after a little bit, especially my precious little Donnies. So a few people I know have been oh, traffic's clear as well. What a dream. Just love that noise. Oh my god. I started out riding motorcycles that were shit, the rubbish, because that's all I could afford. But now I've got this. I'm a lucky man. Bit of pop in it. I love it. Yes, this thing is nuts. You've got to be careful there, man. They're that fast that basically they're that fast that what you find you're doing is basically you're riding everywhere like a nutter, because it's just the biggest thrill ever.
I'm crazy.
But it's so bad. I'm sorry if I'm ranting. Where was I at anyway? Oh yeah, Christ, I was talking about levers and spanning. Oh, we've just done a video on some casing protectors that we've done as well, man, and it was a bit of a shocking thing, so I'm sure that'll be out quite soon. I'm trying a different mic position as well and stuff like that to try and work out how to get this to work properly and have the noise, because I know a few people have been going, for Christ's sake, sort your mics out, and I'm sort of like, look, I'm really trying, I don't know what I'm doing, but if anybody's got any suggestions, then pop it down below. The electronic suspension of this bike's badass. I love it. Do you know how that feels? Any one of you that's watching this film knows exactly how that feels. Oh, amazing. What a thing. What an absolute thing. These things are so fast, it's just ridiculous. So a friend of mine has been talking about buying one, and what's the situation with, and a few people have kind of have spoken to me about it recently, about reliability on these bikes, the later bikes, how they're doing compared to the old stuff. I mean, there's always the consideration that these bikes aren't old enough to go wrong yet, but basically these bikes 17 onwards have been really good. I mean, like 19 on so far, pretty much bang on. You know, of course you're always going to get something, aren't you, but you can't be pretty much bang on. So I've been saying, like, look, my 2020 is amazing. It's super fast. It's got everything. It's got the electronic suspension. We've already done a film about the electronic suspension and the difference when we managed to buy Simon's. I hope you're well, mate. We borrowed Simon's 2021. It's just, what a wicked ride. Oh god, I'm talking and not riding. What a fool. What a wasted opportunity. Come on. That's just tickling the throttle. I'm just not brave enough to pin it, because I'm a big pussy. Pussy. And I need to find out what's going on behind me. These are just badass. Oh. So I'm just taking you on for the ride. I'm not going to tell you anything boring. I'm just wittering like an idiot, because I'm just like, you know what, let's just go for a ride. you've got a bike. You know what it's like to ride a bike. Every one of you. Oh, put a speed camera up. Ooh, ooh, revenue maker. Ooh, ooh. It is. It's just along for the ride. Roomy, spacious, fast. I started riding some horrible bikes, man, when I was a kid. When I was an apprentice, there's a few people out there that will vouch for that statement. They actually saw the hunks of dung that I drove. Honestly, it was terrible. And now I've got this and I'm quite a lucky boy. X7s, CX500s, Super Dreams, put your hand up if you've got one of them, or had one of those. You know what? No, they were never good when they were new. They're certainly no good now. Seen the price of a Super Dream lately. We used to throw those things in the river when we'd done with them. The same as LCs, that kind of stuff. They're just mad, aren't they? But a great investment. I absolutely love my Yamagama. Oh, I've got to clean my bike after this, man. It's filthy. What's going on? I love it. 2020 Tuono factory. Wicked cool. Oh. I've been trying to find my way around the electronic suspension and trying to ride it whilst putting some miles on it, but I've got a feeling, and it is pretty embarrassing, but my mate, my very, very good friend from Motul, basically borrowed this bike for a little while for a bit of therapy and he just go and have a bit of fun on the bike, mate, because you know sometimes it's absolutely awesome. So basically, how you doing, Tom? He loved it, and he's done more miles on this bike than me! But that's got to be rectified. I wish it just wasn't getting into the to the winter season. You can see the trees, the colours of the trees are changing and stuff. It's quite mad. But it's still warm enough just to put a jacket on and go for a quick 5-10 minutes.
And winter is coming.
Just that noise when you change gear, and it just pops a little bit. Bitching, absolutely bitching. I'm a little bit overexcited. I've just been working an hell of a lot, so I thought, you know what, time for a little, if I can grab 5 minutes for a ride, let's do it. Take you along for the ride. Oh, such a fast bike, man. The awesome thing. The electronic suspension, I've been working my way around the electronic suspension. I absolutely, do I seem distracted? There's a squirrel. I've been working my way around the electronic suspension and just sort of seeing what's what, and I'm turning into a suspension nerd, I suppose. I wasn't going to be too detrimental to myself, but I just feel like a right weirdo when I'm doing it, because I'm kind of seeing if I can dial in my own perfect setting, and then you realise that when you're setting up suspension, because I just disappear at my own backside sometimes, that basically suspension anyway, with you just lose your way. You just lose your way because you're over-analysing it too much. I bet everybody, every one of you is watching this film could sort of say at this point in time that, yeah, I've done the same, dude. I've just put it back to standard and left it for a bit and started again. It's just absolutely mad. That's 6th gear pull. Sixth gear, that's what you miss because of the V4 configuration. That's what you miss when you've got an R1. Wicked bikes, man, awesome bikes. The Fireblade that we rode not so long back, have a quick look at the film. The guys up the road from us, Sutton Motorcycles, lent us a Fireblade to do the trip on, and it was nothing. It was just really, really flat, and then all of a sudden I just remembered to beat the crap out of it, and all of a sudden it was like, this is way too fast, but brilliant. Honestly, I love it. I wonder if this microphone's working. I really am literally just taking the long for a ride. I should really adjust my mirror, shouldn't I? Nice and steady. We're not setting any world on fire. We're getting home on this one. We don't need to ride too fast. This is always the bumpy bit. Always upsets the bike. Always upsets the bike. Anybody that's done a test route round here, that is just, look at that, not even a murmur. Awesome. That is suspension. Honestly, I love it. I really battled with my 15-16 and found out that they'd I reckon they overspun the front end. They put a 10.5 weight spring in the front end, front O-rings on the Tuono V4 factory 2015-2016. Basically it made it feel a bit vague on the front end, I thought. I put a 9.5 in, wound some suspension into it and sort of put some preload into it, and it was all of a sudden, it was just like, right, I've got you back. And I think from the 17 onwards they went back to a 9.5, so the heavier spring felt like it made everything feel a little bit too vague, but you could still get your sag settings. Weird, very weird scenario, but sussed it in the end. It took some doing. I tried to do like a story on it, but failed miserably because it's just so busy. These bikes are really civilised. I'm just real traffic speeds, just bobbing along. This bike hasn't got the race map in it. My bike has not got the race map in it. How weird is that? Right, when we get back. So we do offer the ability to be able to map your ECU, map the factory maps onto your, or Thrasher's factory maps, sorry, onto your ECUs. And it looks like, embarrassingly enough, I haven't even got it on yet. I've not done my own bike. Oh man. Give us a shout at the office. We'll certainly help you out if we can, no problems. I think the only ones we're not catering for at this point in time are 21 onwards, because that's a completely different engine management system. So anything we've got up to 2019 and 20 inclusive, I think. I'm pretty confident of that. Right, I've enjoyed just a little rip out, man. Just a little rip, just a little ding dong, a little whiz up the road, just to refresh and make you smile for a little bit. Just 10 minutes on your bike, man. It's a bit of therapy, isn't it? I'm sure everybody that rides knows what I'm talking about. A bit of therapy. Thanks very much for listening to my ramblings. It was just, I thought I'd take you along for a ride, that's all. I really appreciate it. Some of the love we're getting for the YouTube videos is just absolutely like unbelievable, and I'm so grateful to every single one of you. Make no mistake, whatever land we get messages from all over the world. It is absolutely mind-blowing. To everybody, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, genuinely. It's a privilege to do what I do. Thank you. If we can help you with your Aprilia, please don't hesitate to get in touch. You can get in touch with us, sales@apworkshops.co.uk. That's the email address. You can, all manner of social media, we're always there for you. We'll do our very best to get to you. We can't answer private messages that often, it's just too much. There's just ridiculous amounts come through all the same time. So if you've got a question, either email us or you can, absolutely no problem whatsoever. I'm really, really happy to help wherever we can. The admin team are absolutely incredible. For that I'm truly grateful. Have a quick look on the website, www.apworkshops.co.uk. Right, Black Friday's coming, all of this kind of stuff. There's some deals to be had. Everybody's thinking about just sort of the last couple of rides, what am I going to do in my bike over winter. I tell you what you should do with it, look after it. That's the time to do it. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Potentially if you've got a plastic tank, think about if you're going to leave it. If you're going to leave it for any length of time, then basically drain the fuel out. Just drain the fuel out, just minimise the exposure to the ethanol. That's it, that will help you there, no problems. But we're all up for it. We're on no problems whatsoever. I really appreciate you coming along for the ride. Like I said, have a quick look on the website if you need anything. Thank you very much for everything. Thank you genuinely from Ross and Amber, myself. I really, really appreciate it. And the last and final and most massive thanks, ARAI helmets, RST clothing and Motul. Bless you, good people. I've worked with you guys and had the product for many, many years, and I'm blessed to be associated with you. Thanks very much. Ladies and gentlemen, you take care of yourself. Talk to you soon.